Besides being one of the most important virtues and qualities we could possess as a person, kindness when used strings together a couple of different virtues with it such as patience, tolerance, compassion, gratitude, and unconditional love. Every time we practice kindness, we not only become kinder, but we also improve the virtues that come along with it. All of us have done an act of kindness, whether random or planned. We surprised our partner, family member, or friend with a gift and helped someone when they needed it. We're all familiar with that amazing and powerful feeling we get when we perform an act of kindness and see it cause a positive ripple effect. In this video, we will be tackling one of the most important questions we should all ask ourselves. What impact am I currently making, and how can I bring value into the world? There is a couple of ways we can go about making a positive impact, and one of the powerful ways is through kindness. In fact, genuine kindness is what lifts us up, it inspires us, motivates us, and pushes us to do more, both for ourselves and for others. This is because kindness is the key to finding and fulfilling our purpose, which in its turn is the doorway to happiness and success. So, it is important to always have in mind that while we all strive to be truly happy and successful, we are constantly involved in relationships. In fact, the whole progress of humanity depends on our connection, how we treat one another, the way we communicate, and what we do for each other. Kindness can be as simple as a smile, a thank you, or a word of encouragement. It's a way of connecting even if only for a brief moment with those we pass in our daily lives. It doesn't have to cost anything or take much time, what's important is that it's an act of genuine care and thoughtfulness for another person. Kind acts can be a spur of the moment, like when we notice someone in need. For example, we might give up our seat on the train or return someone's glove when they drop it. Opportunities to be kind pop up all over the place, like handing on a newspaper we've finished reading, letting someone take our parking space, or passing on an unused ticket. Kind acts can also be thought through in advance, planning to do something for a friend, neighbor, or loved one, or because we want to spread some daily joy. There are several ways we can choose from to be kind to others. We only need to keep our eyes open and pay attention to those around us to start seeing opportunities to help. To be kind, it's important for us to be aware of the people around us and to notice their needs and feelings. We all have an innate compassion, but sometimes it takes a bit of time for us to tune into it. As the Dalai Lama says, be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. 2 recent studies suggest that giving to others makes us happy, even happier than spending on ourselves. Furthermore, our kindness might create a virtuous cycle that promotes lasting happiness and altruism. In one of the studies published in the Journal of Social Psychology, researchers in Great Britain had participants take a survey measuring life satisfaction, and then they assigned all 86 participants to one of 3 groups. One group was instructed to perform a daily act of kindness for the next 10 days. Another group was also told to do something new each day over those 10 days. A third group received no instructions. After the 10 days were up, the researchers asked the participants to complete the life satisfaction survey again. The groups that practiced kindness and engaged in novel acts both experienced a significant and roughly equal boost in happiness. The third group didn't get any happier. The findings suggest that good deeds do in fact make people feel good, even when performed over as little as 10 days, and there may be particular benefits to varying our acts of kindness, as novelty seems linked to happiness as well. However, according to the second study published online in the Journal of Happiness Studies, kindness may have a longer and even more profound effect on our happiness. In this study, the researchers instructed roughly half of the 51 participants to recall, as vividly as they could, the last time they spent $20 or $100 on themselves. The other participants had to recall the last time they spent the same amounts on someone else. All the participants also completed a scale that measured how happy they were. Researchers then gave the participants small sums of money and two basic choices. They could spend it on themselves by covering a bill, another expense, or a gift for themselves. Or on someone else through a donation to a charity or a gift. Choose whatever will make you happiest, the researchers told them, adding that their choice would remain anonymous just in case they felt pressure to appear more altruistic. The researchers made two big findings. First, consistent with the British study, people in general felt happier when they were asked to remember a time they bought something for someone else, even happier than when they remembered buying something for themselves. This happiness boost was the same, regardless of whether the gift cost $20 or $100. However, the second finding is even more provocative. The happier participants felt about their past generosity, the more likely they were in the present to choose to spend on someone else instead of themselves. Not all participants who remembered their past kindness felt happy. But the ones who did feel happy were overwhelmingly more likely to double down on altruism. According to the authors, the results suggest a kind of positive feedback loop between kindness and happiness so that one encourages the other. The practical implications of this positive feedback loop could be that engaging in one kind deed, for example taking your mom to lunch, would make you happier, and the happier you feel, the more likely you are to do another kind act, says Laura Akman, a graduate student in psychology at the University of British Columbia and the study's lead author. So instead of fighting, competing, criticizing, and being rude on your road to success, why not try practicing kindness instead? Whether you are having issues with it, you are surrounded by negative people, or you are naturally kind already but would like to grow this virtue even more, consider these 3 tips to start. Number 1. Plan for kindness. Do some thinking about what you might do to spread some kindness, then you're more likely to spot opportunities when they come up. Make yourself a list of small actions you could take in your daily life, they don't have to cost any money at all. Think about people you know and others that you pass by in the course of the day. What could you do today or tomorrow? What do you feel drawn to doing? Number 2. Have a kindness day. On a particular day, perhaps once a week, try to perform at least 5 different acts of kindness for different people. Make these things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. Afterwards, think, how did you feel after you did each act? How do you feel at the end of the day? You could also do this as a challenge with friends and get together in the evening to talk about what you got up to. Go on, spread a little kindness. Number 3. Do it together. Try to think about kind things you could do with friends, family or neighbors. You can swap ideas and support each other. Doing new things together helps build connections, which also increases happiness, so it's a win all around. If you've got children, get them thinking about what they can do too. Ask them what kind acts they gave or received that day. They might share some lovely stories with you. At the end of this video, we remind you that kindness has a hugely positive effect on our mental and physical health. By practicing it and being kind to ourselves and our bodies, we learn to appreciate everything we do and achieve, and all that we are. Plus, just as being kind towards ourselves can completely change the way we perceive ourselves and our lives, being kind towards someone else might just shake up their whole world, clean them up, restore their faith, and inspire them to change their life. And knowing that something, as little as an act of kindness from our part, is able to change someone's life for the better, is a huge success, which immediately brings enormous joy and happiness into our hearts. If you enjoyed the video, then definitely like and share the link with your friends. If you have any suggestions or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more content like this.